Hey, you guys, it's Gigi with Invite the Light coming to you with yet another reading. And this particular one, as you know, is going to be on Meghan McCain. She is one of the hosts on The View. She also is the daughter of John McCain, who recently passed away. Senator John McCain as well, who has been in and out of controversy, or not controversy, but contention, let's say, with Trump. But, with Trump, that's just another person on a long list of people who are in contention with him. So Meghan McCain, a couple of things I want to do. Just take an overall view and look at her. So give me a second here, because I just need to take a look here. All right. Meghan is also recently married, probably like 9 months ago, I think. She got married. Let me lift this up for a moment. So apparently she says Paul Manafort should rot in hell. She is a conservative as well. She is from Arizona. And let's see what's going on with her. Meghan McCain. Is it M-E-G-H-A-N? I thought it was M-E-G-A-N. Okay, I'm going to start spelling it M-E-G-H-A-N. Meghan. Just like Meghan Markle. Okay, Meghan McCain. I think my face was in the computers now. You can't fully tell, but give me 1 second here. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh. That was it. See my red cup in the background? That red cup always looks like somebody has like a drinking problem. I don't know why. I guess got a lot of energy here. The way these cards are snapping already. She's really defeated by her father passing away. The card normally doesn't represent that, but you can see it. But we already know that as well. It's almost like she's even more bored with life now that he's gone. What kind of cards are these, Meghan? Her work situation is super toxic. I think we don't need the cards for us to tell her that either she's going to change into a better person or she's going to leave. And she may get her own show. I feel like even though she is married, that she very much so is kind of isolated in a certain way, too. It's kind of weird. There's this thing about her being kind of on her own. I feel like she's sort of trying to come in on her, own, like not having been in her father's sort of care, let's say. And even though there's like a rebirth or something coming forward for her, and it's been a little bit slow coming in a way, but she carries a lot of burdens. She builds up a lot of stuff, but she's been sheltered in a lot of ways, and now it's like she's kind of like going through that withdrawal. She also realizes like there's a real issue like with her tongue and the way she speaks. It's just not, the whole thing with sort of winning a fight is not like winning the the minds and the hearts of people and things like that. And it just has to be a better way for her. There's just a lot of stuff there with her tongue. And, I'm not gonna say that she's the only one with that kind of issue. So you're kind of not alone on that. To what degree, I won't say, but you're kind of not alone on that. Um, so let's take a look here. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like this whole thing with her father having sort of passed because he was the one, it's almost like a McCain brand, like John McCain brand that she has always kind of raised herself out of. And, now that he's gone and there's no more of his identity, it's almost like she's kind of lost a big sense of what she's built her identity on. But she has a lot of her own identity. She is very rich, um, smart, person who would be a good leader. And she's got, there's this whole thing about this whole daughter sort of energy as opposed to really like moving into her own space and just taking care of that. I think she's going to try to cut that princess thing out. Yeah, that's this whole like princess kind of thing, and she's always been taken care of in a really, really good home. Um, as well, but, she kind of isolates, so I don't even see her husband in here. Whatever the case is, this level of development, in addition is oh, yeah, there's her father. Her father wants her to develop and step into her own, and he's definitely going to do what he can to help her, which is really good. Um this is a big part of her transition. So there will be some kind of breakdown in a way because she's carrying a lot of burdens. She also takes on a lot of burdens that really aren't hers, including um this feels personal. So I might not address that one. Sorry, guys. Okay, there are a couple scenarios here. She could one end up leaving the view. Um, if she does, wherever she goes, it's probably going to be a lot harder for her to I feel like she doesn't like the structure at the view. Not only in front of the scenes, but behind the scenes. I feel like she wants to do higher and better projects. Like she doesn't want to just comment on certain things. She doesn't want her assignments always given to her. This is what you'll be discussing today, things like that. She wants to be more in control. Um, she needs to work on how she would deliver these things. There's a lot of work for her to do. She gets very distracted because she takes on a lot of burdens and she takes on a lot of things as personal. I know that personally just from watching her. She makes a lot of things personal. A lot of things personal is a personal attack, and she's got to get out of that. But I do believe her father is sitting on the crown of her head, like, you know, he is really still channeling energy toward her, channeling the brand, channeling, and he, of course, her identity is just straight through him, and it seems like it always will be. in one form or another. She will be changing that, actually. She won't be, she'll start identifying herself more through herself, but it is a really big process. It's going to take some time, but still, of course, her father is her hero, her idol. He is the white hat, let's say. Um, he has always, for her, have has represented that as well. So her father, he's like the pillar of he's a pillar. He's a pillar. And there might be some revamping on the view or whatever and stuff like that. There may be some changes. Somebody might get fired there. Um, and she might get really, really nasty about it. She really needs to watch her tongue. Because I feel like she's going to get spoken to. There's something she's going to say that's coming up that's really, really nasty. I don't know if it has to do around the birth of somebody's baby or something like that. I don't know what it is, but she just brings out the guns and, somebody says enough is enough, stop, and she doesn't. And she's just alienating everyone and defeating her purpose. And it's kind of strange. I thought that, even though she doesn't like the way certain assignments are issued to her, I don't feel like she really has much of another place to go as well. But there's this whole thing as well where she has this kind of dialogue in her head that people are very much against her, you know, when they have a bit of a disagreement and that she just has to slaughter people. But she doesn't. I mean, that's her own story in her head, and it's not true. I mean, according to these cards, but it's definitely some kind of fight or whatever. She could possibly get fired. Hopefully she won't, though. I mean, but hopefully, I think most people would look forward for her to tone her attitude down like majorly, you know. Mm. In her father's death, though, there is this opportunity for her to really step into her power. When she's in her power, she is really nonstop. So that's what I see for her there. She's got to watch her tongue. There's a whole opportunity for her to really revamp herself and start identifying herself. Because there's also a story, although the cards are for entertainment purposes, as I say, there's also a story where I kind of lost the train of thought here, though, but she's kind of, there's a story around her father and her own identity. I forgot what I was going to say, but it's something to that extent, but something better. And again, when she moves out of that, she'll feel, you know, like she's able to have a little more individuality behind her last name. Okay. I really do feel like this card is for her. You can and you will. I feel like somebody's telling her that. I feel like she whines. She has this whining energy too. And that seems to like want to come from her dad or something. Persuade your inhibitions. Let's do this. And okay, there are two more. May your new ideas feel like sunrise. I feel like this is her dad's energy, and you're free to go. You don't have to stay. I'm not sure she wants to stay on the view. He's saying you can go. Like, you don't have to worry about anybody looking at you like you're a bum. You can just go if you want. Okay. And he's saying you can and you will. Not necessarily go, but whatever she is like, I can't do it. I can't. I just feel like I hear that. And he's like, you can and you will do it. This is her father encouraging her. Okay. I see. This is about personal development. She feels like she can't do this personal development. Okay. They're also trying to tell me a little bit. This is also about her level of fame as well. And she might decide she wants to run. He wants her to get out of this little girl, little daughter. You know, he wants her to get out of his shadow and is like, basically, Meghan, you're smart. Stop living your identity through me. And I don't think she knows that she's doing this on purpose. And I don't think that she knows, here goes when my voice change again. Um, when it changes like this, it's definitely a hit. But she doesn't know that fully, that she lives through his brand, who he is. He's saying she's more than capable to really etch out a space by herself. And it's not to say that she's a leech or anything like that. It's just that she's admired him so strongly and so deeply, and she's been raised through his principles, and she really feels that honesty. That's her truth. That is her truth. It doesn't matter like what you don't agree with her upon. That's just really like her truth. She may have another, through another lens, be able to see some of her truths. Maybe they're different, and some of her truths are right, and others that maybe need a little work or whatever, like with each one of us. But that's her truth. So, but what I feel like he's saying is like, you can do this, and you don't need me. And also don't live through my name, you know. It's reminding me like Megan, and my voice is changing totally. Like, don't live through your father's name so much, because you chain him to this realm, and he can't leave. He always kind of is chained to this. So whatever he needs to do, whatever his own personal self-development is, um, you're kind of keeping him a little bit chained to this realm. And now there's a difference between that, and there's a difference between wanting to be there for you and help you. He wants to be there for you and will be there and help you. But this is like a more of a material realm, you know, like this is more of like a material thing. This is more of like a, not bondage, but you know, he needs to be able to come in freely and out freely. So you need to release him in that way as well. Okay. Releasing him in that way does not mean forgetting about him or letting go of his legacy or becoming disloyal to him. So just be careful to know the difference as well. All right, let's see. He's saying to persuade your inhibitions. He's saying to step it up. I think you want to lead. Either you want to, I feel like you want to run for office or something like that. Again, watch your tone of voice. Like, honestly, I really feel like, Meghan, you should read the work of Byron Katie. You should just do Byron Katie. It will trigger the hell out of you. But it's going to, the work of Byron Katie would free you from so much, because you just take so much on, from other people. And your father's also saying like, you're sharp with the wit, you know what to do, but you've got to take it to the next level. Like this thing with your getting, you know, taking things personally all the time, taking things, let's see. You got to watch that in your marriage and in your relationships, definitely. Because right now I feel like somebody's not speaking to you. And you're very much so independent, but you know, it's kind of like this thing about changing, but this time that you have alone, because it feels like you have time alone right now, should definitely be utilized as a time for development and transformation. Those things are really pressing and knocking at your door. Your father is rooting for you. He literally is on top of your head. And here goes the star card again saying, yes, Gigi, you are right. Drive it home. He literally is on top of her head. This is the same card. Okay. I know you don't know what that means, but it's okay. So he definitely wants you to get out of that, really pull this little girl together, put her on the side and take her out of the driver's seat. Okay. And you, as an adult woman, get yourself into the driver's seat. You can and you will do this. Meaning you want to run for office. It feels like you want more publicity. You want more of a national profile, not necessarily through The View. And he's saying you should do that. There are some kind of offers again that want to come in for you, but the problem is that your tongue. I think you really should try to work on this with people. Do some yoga so you can understand how your own feelings are starting to arise, whether something is actually true or not. Are they attacking me or not? Or just because they're saying, stop, wait a moment, it's nothing personal. I don't know. Sometimes it is, sometimes things aren't right and stuff like that. But, it's really arresting your development and it's really arresting your career, he's saying. All right, I can't do all these cards because I don't have time. Mr. McCain, sorry. I am going to do the first 3 of these, though. You need support when grieving. Really big support because there's really big grieving. And I feel like you need to also realize that your mother is grieving and you need to be there. I feel like I'm totally jailing your father right now. Oh my God, it's scary. Mr. McCain, please don't do that. I feel like that whole thing about you being there for your mother, that was like almost somebody else saying that, and it was weird. I don't like that. So definitely get out of your own way and get out of your own, lift yourself out of your own situation now. Know that there are other people in your family who also need you to be present for them, as well as them just being present for you. And pay attention if you get triggered by that. It's also saying, again, watch your attitude. And get to your projects, Okay, saying no, we mean watch your attitude. And don't take it personally that we said watch your attitude. Watch about getting distracted, about people giving you feedback about your attitude. Okay, so let's go on. New ideas feel like sunrise. Okay. It's very strong here. And then because Mr. McCain seems to be here, I will ask him to give another personal message here. But let's see. Let's just answer this one question in front of me. May your new ideas feel like sunrise. Okay, he keeps going back over here. So Mr. McCain, very much so. Obviously, he cares really much so for his wife. He has a real connection with her. He's also concerned about his children and stuff like that, but he really wants you to support his wife, your mother. Okay, I don't know your mom, Cindy. I don't know her. I don't know you. I don't know John McCain. But that is an authentic message. Support your mother. And I think he really feels like there's a little bit of a gut, kick in the pants here. It's like, get out of your own shit and help your mom. Definitely grieving. Know that I'm here for you. Know that I care for you deeply and proud of you. But get out of your own stuff. Okay. And it's not to diminish what you are going through at all. I'm going to wrap this reading up. I'm going to ask if they want Mr. McCain. That was weird. It's weird speaking through me like that was very weird for me. I really just, but thank you for not doing that again. Okay. So, oops. All right. Everything is flying over here. Sorry, I'll be right there. Or whatever. My eye is like itching. What that's all about. Okay. Your mom is probably not being, you're probably like, Mom is fine. She's not. Okay. Please put it in your phone. Again, I feel like he's kind of like sending energy through me to you. Please put it in your phone. Please, put it on your calendar. Make sure that you are at least 3 times a week checking on your mom. Go and cook her dinner. I don't know if you guys live in the same state. I don't think so. I think she lives in Arizona or DC, one of those. But get somebody, hire some help, even if you have to pay for it, someone to bring her meals so she can relax. Get somebody to clean the house so she could just relax. Tell your brother to have his stuff together so she's not taking care of him. I don't know what the hell all this information is, but just take it as I say it. It's definitely from your dad. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know if your father's an Aries as well, but this card, it represents an Aries, but it also, the Emperor, this totally, for me, would totally represent your father. And he's letting me know, yes, that is what I am saying. And he's also saying that he's there for you guys. He's there for you. Okay? It's coming in more with a strict and a firm hand. And why I think that, Megan, if you're watching this video, he's not coming forward saying, I love you, it's because he doesn't know me. Okay? So also be careful not to turn that into something personal. Like, oh my God, he didn't say you love me. He's coming in with a strong hand. He knows, okay? He is being very firm and hard with you because this is the way he's led as well. Obviously your father had great resilience. Being a prisoner of war, doesn't matter, anybody who's watching, it doesn't matter what political affiliation, just don't put that energy into this video. Anyone who's a prisoner of war and who's able to pull through that has unbelievable resilience. Anyone who runs for president, I think twice, in an older age, resilient, tough leader. This is the man that Meghan sees. This is the character that Meghan knows. He is saying, Meghan, get up, get up, get up. Okay, I'm allowing that to come through. Get up and lead the family. Lead. It's you. He's not screaming at you, but he is, there's no choice but to carry on. There's no choice. There's no time. There's nothing coming through here taking care of you like the little girl. You have always been taken care of. That's me coming through, and that's a little bit of him pushing me too. And this sounds like madness. I can't fucking believe this. He's saying you're playing small a little bit right now. You're in your feelings a little bit. Take a grain of salt is what I'm saying. Don't take everything I'm saying literally as what he's saying literally. Remember, there's some translation going on here, but what he's saying is you do not have time. Okay, sorry. He's saying, what we do and how we do it. Get up, get up, get up. Okay? That's what's coming out, Megan. Hey, it's tough when you lose a parent. It's tough when you lose a father, and many people don't know what that feels like. And to even have your dad, who is a huge hero, especially when your father is someone who wasn't as amazing. Sorry, I'm like emotional. And that's when that person passes away and um you know all that they've done for them to come through like that as well is all the validation. I mean, and you know what, Megan, I've been there with someone who's an A type, who's strong, who knows, you know. So get up, get up, get up, Megan. Get up and go. Your mother needs help. There needs to be leadership. If you are going to run for office, even though kind of part of me is like, I don't fully know what it is. Your father knows that you know. You guys, he said, you know how we do. You know how we do it. You know what to do. You know how we carry on. Get up. Here. This has been standing over here too, but I just didn't pick it up. It's been staring me in the face. It's now time for you to take part as his daughter. He wants you out of that little girl who's the Page of Cups. He wants you into the Empress, the highest representation of this. You will be taking care of your mother. You will be taking care of your brother. You will be the leader in the family. You don't have time for I want to curse, but I won't. It's Fuckery. You don't have time to get caught up in these stupid little fights. It doesn't mean that your job isn't useful, but you getting caught up in taking things personally and getting caught up in certain things. And also, everyone doesn't deserve to know your story about your father. I think he's trying to add to that. That's some other information I'm getting. You can reserve some of those stories for yourself and who your father was for you. It's not to say that you can't share certain stories, but not everybody deserves to be privy to that energy. It's very sensitive. Sharing energies. I don't know. I lost all the information. I'm sorry. And I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day, so my brain cells can't even fire up for my this discerning I'm looking at this ball of energy, right? And I'm translating it and I'm facilitating and I'm creating information infrastructure. And so hopefully you'll understand all that. I can't really do that right now. That is it. Your father, I would say, is very proud of you. But you know what? He's not There's no feeling sorry for you because that's not what they do. This is not what a McCain does. Okay? We don't sit around and we don't feel sorry for each other. How the love is coming forward for you is knowing that, I am there. I am right above you. I am at your back. Pick it up, pick up the torch, and keep going. Let's go. It's time for you to show up like this, Megan. No more little girl. And your family needs you. So turn around and give some support to your family and don't just be licking your own wounds about your father. Your father is totally okay and he does not have time he has not taken the time to go in here, I love you so much. He does love you. Does love you. He knows he's very proud of you, but I feel like also, one, he doesn't know me. Two, he doesn't know the amount of time I was going to spend on this reading. So he's just coming through with the most important message. You know how we carry on. That's it. All right. So carry on. Do whatever you're supposed to do. If it's a higher position, if it's your own position, I would tell you to get into the work of Byron Katie right now. Go work with her personally. Let her trigger the hell out of you and back. I can see it's going to be a very hard road for you and Byron Katie, but go. Because once you break down that, you're going to be out of your way so much. Your career is going to open up, totally open up. You're going to be on the national level. You will be very well liked by people who aren't even conservatives, Meghan. Okay? But there's certain things you have to get out of the way and start to look at things in even more of a fairer way in every single conversation. Is this 100% fair? What is the impact on other people? Is this really an integrity? Keep looking at that. So I feel a level of integrity with your father. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, because I don't want to distort it. I don't want to distort the I don't want to distort, not distort, I don't want to dilute the message. So that's why I'm stopping there. So that is the reading for Meghan McCain. Oh, here, I'm not going to leave without giving you this because these will give you the cards that you need. Surrender, denial, whatever that is. Surrender to the magic of who you are. That is what your father is saying. Get on and get on top of it now. Surrender fear and surrender fear of intimacy. Okay. You know what all this means. I'm not even going to go into it because I started to explain it, but I'm not going to. It sounds personal. All right. Have a good one and take care. Not ridiculously personal, but yeah. Just for anybody who's like trying to make up their own stories. It wasn't like really personal. Just interpersonal relationships is what the comfort to that. And surrender to silence, which indirectly means listen a little more. All right. Maybe hard, but take the notes and get the work of Byron Katie. All right. Bye-bye.